Are healthier snacks really worth it?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
Close your eyes, Link, and imagine a world of rainbows and blue skies, a world of never-ending peace and happiness, a world where no one makes fun of your mullet no matter how make-funnable it is.
How do I get to this world, Rhett? Damn it, tell me.
We're already there. All we need to do is make healthy snacks taste as good as unhealthy snacks.
What if they already do?
Well, let's find out. It's time for Good Enough, Fat and Sugar-Free Snacks Edition.
Gentlemen, today you're going to taste and compare popular snacks against their sugar-free and low-fat counterparts. Then you'll decide if the taste of the original snacks outweigh the nutritional value of the healthier versions. And you've got a stack of cards there with real-life calorie-burning scenarios to help you make your decision.
Those are my favorite scenarios.
Okay. First up is, original Cheez-Its versus reduced fat Cheez-Its.
Okay.
While you love volunteering at your grandma's nursing home, you don't love it when her roommate, Fran, just so happens to accidentally spill her jar of pennies every time you're around so she can watch you pick them up.
Oh, yeah.
Picking up a single penny burns 0.167 calories, which means you would have to bend over and pick up a penny 60 times in order to burn the extra calories in the classic Cheez-Its. It wouldn't mean that you would bend over once and pick up a whole bunch of pennies. You would bend over each time and pick up one penny, because that's how Fran likes it.
Yeah.
Or normal Cheez-Its,
stretch it out for Fran.
worth bending over 60 times in front of Frisky Franny, or other reduced fat ones, good enough.
And this is like
Frisky
the calories
Franny.
saved in a serving, right? Is that,
Yeah.
Calories saved in a serving.
We should definitely start over
always
here.
start with this, because if you're gonna get the healthier version, just know when it's at your house, it's the only thing at your house. So this is actually kind of an unfair. If you taste the first one, you're gonna be like so disappointed, but like, what is the experience of just eating a healthy
Cheez-It. It's just a Cheez-It, right? Something's off with this Cheez-It. It's a little unsatisfying.
I might just think it was a little old. Like Fran.
Yeah, it feels a little old.
Not cheesy enough or something.
It's missing,
But I keep going.
I wonder what. Maybe fat. Let's see how dramatic the difference is.
These have that Cheez-It taste. There's like a distinct sort of like, what makes a Cheez-It in my mind is happening with this that's not happening
It's
with
only
that.
it's an aftertaste kind of thing.
It hit my tongue. I'm a big Cheez-It fan though.
You like bending over in front of an old lady for her viewing pleasure? Because I really don't have a problem with that.
I've been over quite a bit.
Right. And just make sure you hinge right.
From time to time. And most of the time I'm like,
What are the scenarios that you're bending over quite a bit?
Anybody who is enjoying this, that's fine. I don't care. I don't feel exploited. I mean, I'm the one who bent over.
You know what? Here you go. Yep, sorry. I got that right on your crack. I didn't. That's actually perfect.
I'm sorry. I was just picking up a Cheez-It off the floor and eating it.
Yeah, whoops. Fran, are you watching? You didn't want to give Fran another.
I mean, you can only eat one thing off the floor a day.
This one.
I have a feeling that you don't think
These
there's
are
a
like
difference.
cardboard.
Oh.
No,
okay,
they are.
So now you're going
No,
back.
I agree. It's just for me, it was an aftertaste, not an immediate taste, but that makes all the difference.
I think these don't have what makes a Cheez-It, and apparently what makes a Cheez-It is a little bit extra fat.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of bending over.
Reduced fat Cheez-Its.
That's rough.
Okay. Now we've got is it Sargento or Sargento?
Sargento.
Sargento string cheese versus Sargento light string cheese. Light string cheese is exactly half as many calories.
And half the fat.
So one of these in the original, one string, 90 calories, and one of these, 45. So that's a pretty big difference. Here's the scenario to consider. Wow, you're a slob. You've neglected to dust your place for the last 11 years, and now you are swimming in dust. Well, Here's some news. Dusting burns 180 calories in an hour, which means you could need to dust for 15 minutes to burn off the...
You could need to dust.
You'd need to dust for 15 minutes to burn off the extra calories in the full-fat Sargento string cheese. Is it worth it?
15 minutes
15 minutes of dusting.
Nobody wants to allocate time to dusting. Let's eat this first. And are we doing the thing proper?
First of all, I hate to point this out, but I'm going to.
Oh wow.
It's a lot smaller. So not only I mean, it's not as big around.
We've uncovered it.
It's shorter and it's a different color. It's a different color.
Yeah, but would you ever know any of those things if you just had the light version? Would
This
you
feels
be
a little bit
unsatisfied?
small. I'd be like, I remember there being more flop on this thing.
That's why you watch this show. Because we know things.
I've eaten a lot of string cheese in my life. It's not bad.
I'm not picking up on anything that's saddening to me.
It's not as smooth. It's harder. Harder.
You think it is.
Oh, look at this.
See, we have to eat both, you know? So we're going to have to dust no matter what.
Somebody's got to do it.
But the way that just pulls off.
Oh, you can like smell the cheese as you bring it up to your face. It's so much better. Oh, man. But
It's softer.
don't get the real version.
It was okay, though.
Don't get it because it's too good. You need to go at least 3 or 4 months without eating this to reset your barometer, your cheese barometer.
Why is this so much better?
It's so much better, but I wasn't
Twice as much
completely
fat.
displeased.
Yeah, but that's because it's still cheese.
But I know that it's out there. No, this is not close enough. It's not close enough. I'll dust for half an hour because I'm eating 2 of them.
It really is dramatically better.
All right, the low-fat version. Oh, that's rough.
Behold Twizzlers and this sad little zero sugar version of a Twizzler. You can have 4 of these in a serving though, and then for 70 calories more and 1 Twizzler less, you can eat the normal one. Does that make sense to you?
3 Twizzlers, 4 Twizzlers is a serving. It's still 70 calories more for the originals.
And
They're much redder.
The sugarized ones are that deep floppy red, and the non-sugar has
They're bright. I think they look.
ropish-
I think they look better.
a magic standing rope. Well, okay, so it's more vibrant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got to read the thing.
Yeah. Read the thing.
What better way to put your countless viewings of John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever to good use than to sign up for your local talent show? Dancing Disco burns 450 calories in an hour, which means you would have to do the hustle in front of your entire community for 9 1/3 minutes
That's a lot of embarrassment.
in order to burn the extra calories.
By yourself, doing the shuffle by yourself too for 9 minutes.
The hustle.
Yikes.
The hustle. Our classic Twizzlers hustling for 9 1/3 minutes, or is the zero
do
sugar version good enough? Is it
Not only
good
are they a different color, just like the string cheese, this one is shorter, and it is not as thick. So they use a completely different machine to make the healthy ones. Oh,
That tastes bad.
why does it taste like a cleaner?
Because I'm about to mop up the floor doing the hustle. The hustle, just so you'll know, I saw somebody do it once. It's kind of like the electric slide. You just kind of go this way, then you go this way. There's actually none of this. You know, this is like the type of disco that I want to do, where the arm goes out.
Yeah,
But then the hustle is like, you just do something like this. It's actually
pretty embarrassing.
pretty embarrassing.
Yeah, these are awful.
I'm so embarrassed. Yeah, that's bad.
There's like a medicinal. What is in these things? Is it sugar alcohol? Yes. Sugar alcohol, 15 grams.
Oh, that might make you,
If you eat a lot of that,
it might make you
you'll be sharting all over yourself.
cramp up and poop me a river, you know, like the Justin Timberlake song. I could dance the hustle to that all the way to the restroom. These are so floppy.
I think the issue for me is they taste horrible. They're too bright. It's a little scary. And That sugar alcohol, I stay away from that stuff, man.
But this just in, Twizzlers also taste like crap. Normal ones. This is a lose-lose, unless you're really into eating plastic.
I think this is for people who have already made a decision that they want to eat Twizzlers. So I think you just nullified your opinion.
If you love Twizzlers,
I like Twizzlers. Not as good as actual black licorice. But again, the healthy version loses. Twizzlers zero sugar. Ugh,
that's rough. Do you want a dose of good mythical nostalgia?
Yes.
Like back when Thursday meant mail, and Jen would come into a good mythical more, and we would open the mail. Well, Jen came back with some of our mail, and we put it on the Mythical Society. You can be a first degree member, second or third degree member. Go over there and watch it on the Mythical Society right now. It'll give you a warm fuzzy. And if you like mail, well, we got it.
You're really in for a treat.
You're
like
really
mail.
in for a treat.
Okay. Pringles original versus reduced fat Pringles. Now, this is actually a really, really close. I mean, in fact, it almost seems like they just did it so they could say that it was reduced fat.
It says 25% less fat, but then it says than regular potato chips.
Let me put this into perspective.
Normal Pringles.
15 Pringles, 150 calories. 15 reduced fat, 140 calories. So this is actually really, really close. In
I'm
fact,
feeling kind of screwed right now.
you get 13% of your saturated fat from regular Pringles, and you get 10%. So, I mean, we're talking negligible things.
So you predicted they will not taste that different.
They should taste almost as good because it's not, the health difference is not even really worth anything other than just being able to say it's a health difference.
But what is the scenario?
Oh, yes, I always forget about the scenario.
That's the most important part.
Bad news. Your mom is currently live streaming on Facebook. Eee. Badder news. She's 7 hours in and doesn't know how to stop. So
I can't stop.
So it's up to you to text her through the end of it, or text her through ending it. Well, the end of the live stream. Texting burns 1 calorie every 90
All
seconds.
that so you can say texting.
That means you have to text your mom through this ordeal for 15 minutes straight in order to. That's not a lot of texting. 15 minutes of texting your mom. Think it.
Okay.
Just tastes like a Pringle.
The aftertaste is a little weird, I think, but maybe that's just because it's a particulated potato product. Maybe I just don't like Pringles. Maybe that's what it is.
You made it clear that you don't. So,
unless this tastes so much better. This one's actually got potato in it.
it certainly is better.
A lot more better. If this one doesn't get it, man, we're on a train to a queen sweep of none of these being good enough. I think this is the only one that might have a chance.
It's good enough, man. This is clearly better and better, more better than I expected.
Because it's still crunchy and salty, you're none the wiser.
Yeah,
until you do.
You have to do the side by side. Without this one, you would be just like, I would keep eating them. And actually, for 15 minutes of texting, it's not even. In fact, you know what? I don't even know if the difference is enough to justify. You're already gonna have 140 calories when you eat 15 of these. It's only 10 calories. I don't have to text my mom at all.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? I can just let my mom just stay on the live stream forever. I don't care about that.
Do you still have to love her?
Oh, I do love her. That's why I'm letting her go free.
But you know, right? But you don't have to love her, which is kind of like what love is all about.
But listen, I think that if you want
love is loving someone when you don't have to.
Right, it's right. It's a choice.
If you love someone because you have to, is that love at all?
Right. Yeah. Love your mom.
Wait,
because you don't have to love your mom.
Forced to love someone and then you actually love them because you're forced by force.
Well, we read it right here.
Yeah,
Steve.
my mom forces me to love her.
Oh my God.
I love my mom. And that's what, and I'm going back on everything I just said. I'm saying
no, you're not.
Something has to be good enough.
This has got to be it. Reduced fat Pringles.
Good enough.
Now we've got Hershey's syrup versus Hershey's zero sugar syrup, and there's a massive difference here. We're talking 1,415 calorie discrepancy.
1,415. Yeah, 9 times as many calories in the original. So you're actually making a huge cut if you're using this stuff.
Okay, before it melts, let me read this. You've taken up frothing.
Frothing?
That's what all the cool cats call frisbee golf.
Oh, frothing.
Which burns 270 calories an hour. It's not that strenuous of a activity.
No, it's mostly just casual conversation.
That means you'd have to look super cool playing frisbee golf for 8.9 minutes. That's hard to do. In order to burn off the extra calories in the classic Hershey's chocolate syrup. Is sugarized syrup worth frisbee golfing for 8.9 minutes? Or, you know what? Let's go nuts. Let's just say 9 minutes.
What if you have to shuffle while doing it?
Shuffle what?
You know, you do the shuffle while frisbee golfing.
Oh, the hustle.
Oh,
you keep wanting to do the shuffle.
Did I call it the shuffle again?
You keep calling it a shuffle. Is zero sugar version good enough? Let's start with that. It's all over the place.
I wish it was Crackle. I wish it was Magic Shell.
It actually kind of looks like it's behaving like Magic
It actually
Shell.
does look more like Magic Shell than regular. Oh gosh.
I want to get a little bit of it without the ice cream because the ice cream is good. And the chocolate on the ice cream.
This is surprising.
I was okay.
This is surprisingly not bad. There's nothing off about it.
That's because the ice cream is so good. And you're gonna eat it in something. So if you eat it on its own, it is very watery.
Sugar alcohol, but only 2 grams in a tablespoon. So that does add up pretty fast. But somehow they disguise this flavor pretty well. I gotta say, I wouldn't know I was eating something different.
And it does taste like specifically Hershey's still.
Yeah.
Because you know it has that signature. Oh, it's gooey.
Big difference side by side once you taste it. But again, if there's nothing off-putting about your first bite,
Right.
that's a lot. That goes a long way.
I'm gonna isolate this. The gooey, the syrupy.
I'm coming back in. Going heavy syrup. Clearly a difference, especially when you come back. Now you're getting a little bit of that weird taste. Especially if you don't go back.
Ever go back.
Don't switch.
Do not ever eat this on its own. Put it on like the sugariest thing you can find, and it does okay.
Because it's such a huge difference.
Right.
I don't know, man. I think it might be worth it.
I agree.
I think it's worth 10 minutes of frisbee golf.
Hershey's zero sugar chocolate syrup. Good enough.
Look at that. We had such a turnaround there. I didn't think anything was going to be good enough.
Do not eat this on its own.
Yeah. We're not telling you that you're going to like it. We're just going to say that if you forget
will
that
be
this
fooled.
exists, you're going to be okay. So
And the
we're saying
Pringles.
that the zero sugar Hershey syrup and then the reduced fat Pringles are good enough. That's what we've done for you today.
Yes, and don't say we didn't do that for you today, because that's what we did for you today.
Thanks for subscribing and clicking that bell.
You know what time it is.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Chesterfield, UK, and I'm surrounded by my favourite food, which is cereal. And it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
I get it. Woo! I totally get it.
Click the top link to watch us discover what cereals are the sugariest in Good Mythical More.
And to find out where the wheel of mythicality is going to land, watch Mail with Jen on the Mythical Society, available to first, second, and third degree.